All right. Looks like we're on. I finally got the videos downloaded off of this Insta360. Took me 5 days. I highlighted them all, copied them, and pasted them onto a thumb drive. It took 5 days for them to download. So, yeah, we've transferred 789 gigabytes worth of videos over to a thumb drive. So 1 terabyte's not gonna last me very long. But anyway, we're back out in the shop. The truck is outside, and as you can see, the snow is melting. It's not too bad outside right now. The pond is still frozen, but we're looking pretty good. It's not too bad out here. I don't know if I'll fire up the fireplace or not. I got the door open right now, airing out the smoky smell, and turn y'all around real quick. So, yeah. Anyway, the race car is here. I'm making up a template to close off that raised area that we made for the race car roof, so that I can fit in there and it don't look so goofy. My piece for the brake machine that I put on one of the other videos here recently on a short or whatever, this piece right there did not hold with that silicone. Didn't really hold. So and honestly, I think it was working, but I hit the air hose with my leg and it bent it back down, pulled it out of that plastic. But anyway, what I did is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but right there is a piece of rubber that belongs underneath it. I had it underneath it, and it supported it, and just duct taped it in place. But yeah, it worked. For the most part, we got the brakes, I think, really close as far as bled. I don't have my hubs back on yet, the rotors. So I did not get in and push the pedal and test the pedals and all that kind of stuff. Do that here in a little while. I think I'm going to finish that section on that roof. I'm going to get some aluminum and stuff and start closing it off. I'm just using scrap stuff that's around the house. Like this right here actually belongs on that thing, on these totes. If y'all ever seen these totes, this is closed off. I just cut it out, and there's always a piece of tin there. So I have 2 or 3 of those, and then I just have miscellaneous scrap metal and stuff like that. If I have to, I will use the siding that I used on my trailer, but I will use this. It'll be all ribbed and crazy looking, but I will use it. Use whatever I can use. But that's where we're at. The radiator is in. I can't remember if I showed that. This looks really funny, but I don't care. I put these in. The radiator's in there. That dude is not moving. I can actually get to the cap now. I'm gonna buy some new hoses, because as you can see, the rope is starting to show through on these, but they'll fit. Yeah, I got to bleed my clutch system on the transmission and get water and stuff in there, but then I still got to put the belts in. But that's not a big deal. I'll do that. I'm going to do that before I put this in. So I'll tilt it, and if I want to, I can get in there and do some stuff. But yeah, I would say it's coming along extremely slow. Not like I really want, but it's coming. I got some body panels over there. My hood is still out back, and the front of the car is up there. As you can see right in there, I got to replace a section, beat it out and replace it, or cut it out and replace it. I'm not that stressing over that. When I put that on and get the car on the ground, I'll just find a piece of scrap tin like I did that other piece off that tote, and I'll rivet that bastard on there and we'll call it a day. So I still have not got my lights up. But yeah, I don't know if y'all saw this and how well you can see it, but this here, I 3D printed on my engine stand. It holds my bolts, and it has, get y'all over here, it has a little tray. Hopefully y'all can see that. It's kind of in the back of the garage and all that. The ride mower did not work. I took all that apart, bearings, all that stuff, put it all back together and everything, and it threw the belts like immediately. I think the shaft, even though the shaft seems to roll okay and all that, I really think it's bent because it moves whenever it's running. But the belt was super tight. It was doing pretty decent, but as soon as I disengaged the blades, it threw it right off. So as you can see, my mower is gone. It's sitting outside. It's not even inside my barn, which, even though it's super old and all that, I usually keep everything in the barn and stuff like that because I like to try to take care of what I do have. That's kind of the update. That's where we're at. I'm hoping to do a little bit of videoing today, but I'm gonna stop here on this video, and I'll bring y'all back and I'll show y'all progress that I make on that roof piece and some other things. I am going to work on the spindle piece that I've been making, the spacer. Let me tell y'all about that real quick. But this right here, I have on here to try to help keep tension off of the bearings so that they spin more freely. And this part is hitting the inside of the rotor, so I need to narrow it down like a cone, kind of like this shape here. This right here is what I need to do to get it inside the rotor up against the actual bearing. But what the problem I'm having right now is that passenger side has bigger bearings, and then when I come to the driver's side, the bearings are the inside diameter on here is supposed to be the same as that side, but this is smaller. So I think this is like pre-78, and that one over there is probably like a 80, 82. And it looks like these spindles are actually for a Camaro, not an Impala. But anyway, I have a friend, Craig Dipman, is trying to help me find a spindle that's going to match that side so that I have the same stuff, so the bearings are the same and all that. So when I go to the store, I don't have to buy one set of bearings over there and another set over here, and I got to keep up with what they are. I can just have the part number to the inner bearing, part number for the outer bearing, part number for a seal. That's it. Not two of each and all that. But so this is kind of holding me up right now, because when you put the bearing on here, it has a gap around it, around the inside diameter of the bearing. Does not fit snug on here, and it just moves around, and I'm not going to have that. And what's crazy is back in the day, you used to be able to go to salvage yards and stuff like that and buy this stuff, and it'd be reasonable. Well, now salvage yards are like a big corporate business, all tied together through the internet, and a brand new one of these from like Speedway or somebody is like $150. Well, the damn salvage yard wants $130, $140. Why the fuck am I going to give you that much money for a used part when I could just buy brand new that's actually been looked at and everything, and you know it's all square and straight and nothing's ever happened to it? So yeah, I think I'm going to end up buying new, and I really didn't want to. I was hoping to buy the thing for, $50, something like that. But yeah, I have another spindle out back, but the problem is it's the right side, not the left side. So that's where we're at. I think that's about it, y'all. I will bring y'all back in a little while, show you an update, and talk to you some more. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff, man. Subscribe. At least like and share. All right, guys. Thanks.